tell you. It is tradition that we always ask permission from the master of the vessel, Captain Pedro, to join the ship and join in with the baptism. Now, Captain, I just saw him somewhere. Where did the captain go? Captain? Captain? May I please have my court and your permission to begin the baptism of water? Thank you, Captain. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very solemn ceremony going back thousands of years for maritimers all over the world. And today you are here to complete the journey from Shellback from Pollywog to Shellback. We would like to welcome you all today for this very solemn occasion. To all of you mortals, we are now assembled here today for the auspicious occasion of initiating the lowly Polywogs among us into the respected realm of Shellbacks. For all of you disenfranchised souls that have never crossed the equator, either from north to south or south to north, you are known among all of the dissidents of the deep as Polywogs, or slimy Polywogs, or simply slimy wogs. But on this day, the 26th of April, 2024, which is also 5,724 for us dissidents of the deep, you will be passing by a baptism of water in order to then be forever known as Shellbacks. A deep and good friend of mine, a U.S. Navy retired mariner, ladies and gentlemen, TJ here, has informed me that on this special occasion, not only are you going to be Shellbacks from crossing the equator, but you have also crossed the international date line and will now always be golden Shellbacks. Now, as is tradition, dating back to the Phoenician times, we will always have a ceremony in which there are selected crew members among you that will take the brunt of the ceremony, and after that, we will line everybody that wishes to be baptized from the waters of the southern hemisphere and the waters of the northern hemisphere to line up here, and we will begin the baptism. But first, I call upon my crew here to help us out. We have a tarp here. If we can get, thank you for our lovely dissident. Do we have some staff that can assist us with that? Yeah! Woo! At this time, we would like to start, ladies and gentlemen, with a guest that has volunteered to step forward on the behalf of all of the guests here. And you will know why we're just taking volunteers. All right, sir. Please turn around and face your audience before we commence the baptism. What is your name and where are you from?
Brad from the United States.
Brad from the United States, ladies and gentlemen. It would take somebody from the United States to do what he's about to do. Ladies and gentlemen, first, Fred.
Oh, yeah.
Ceremoniously, you must kiss the fish. This will be in the Windjammer later tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, the ceremonial flower. The ceremonial egg. Until recently, ceremonial chocolate chips. And of course, spaghetti. Ladies and gentlemen, he has done this so that you don't have to. so. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I would like to bring to the forefront your staff captain.
Yeah!
Heather from Canada.
Yeah! I was hoping you'd do it.
All right, staff captain, you will be the first one to be baptized from the waters of the Southern Hemisphere.
Woo!
Now, from the waters where we will remain for the remainder of the season from the Northern Hemisphere.
Yeah!
And forever now, you will be a golden shellback. I believe we have a few more officers that would like to step forward before we get the guest.
Come on,
from Sir
Veronica.
Excursion,
Come
ladies
on.
and gentlemen, from Mexico.
Zero!
And she already has her shellback coin, which you can get on Amazon, eBay, or I'm selling them for $1.98. Congratulations, Veronica!
Way to go, B!
We have one more? Oh, I thought we had one more officer. Oh, is she coming? Are you coming? Come. Also from Shore Excursion, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Are you ready, Andrea? From the Southern Hemisphere.
Yeah!
From the Northern Hemisphere.
Woo!
Bless you, my child. All right, ladies and gentlemen. At this point, I'm going to have my royal court will assist us in baptizing you. If any guest that wishes to officially be baptized, just make a line here, and as you come through, and after you've been baptized, let me know what country you're from. Where are you from, sir? Hold on. All right, very good. Where are you from?
Philadelphia!
Philadelphia! Where are you from?
Sydney, Australia.
From Sydney! New Orleans. New Orleans! True dat! And who dat? New South Wales.
Kansas!
Kansas! Hello, where are you from? Melbourne!
Melbourne.
Melbourne! Florida! Where are you from? Australia!
Well, that was the ceremony for crossing the equator, and in case you didn't get it, we're called golden shellbacks because we also crossed the international date line on the same cruise. Apparently the tradition is you get a coin, but they don't give them out unless you're on a merchant ship. We have to buy our own.
Yeah, well, so did I. Who's the new guy?
That's Joe.
Joe. Bring her along.
It's America's smoothest superhero, Ball Guy. He's aerodynamic. Ball Guy is a master of disguises. Quick, aim my head at the sun. This fall, be sure to watch Ball Guy. Ball Guy.
Are you getting any of this?
I don't even know what the hell he's doing.
Yeah, well, I got a pretty good idea. See, I've heard all about you, Mahoney. He's the runt of some New York hotshot, running all over the country making dummies out of us local guys.
Is that what's going on?
Because that's what we're all about, Mahoney. See, your neck's on the line. And that's as real as it gets without the skin breaking. You're the one that called us half hour ago. You said to come and get you.
What are you talking about, Baldy? I didn't call anybody.
Oh, come on now, Timmy. You escaped from the mental hospital, now we're taking you back.
Wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. Y'all got it all wrong. See, first of all, I'm not Tammy, I'm her cousin Pam.
Right, and I'm Cousin Ed. I'm your Uncle Fester.
Do yourself a favor, friend. This time we'll get rough. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Let there be light. Oh my goodness. It's just me, it's not bingo, folks, so what you just saw there, that was my acting demo reel. That was a kind of a tool that we would use, particularly if years ago, that if maybe we were looking to get a new agent or a better agent, or maybe we knew a casting agent was looking for a certain type of actor. So we would put our reels together, and of course originally it was on VHS, and then it went to DVD. Now, of course, every actor we have, there's a website called IMDb, in which it you can just go there and see all the credits of everything that people have done. But this was a useful tool, particularly back in the day. So what I thought I might start off with is just give you a thumbnail sketch on how it was I made it out to Hollywood in the first place. And then if you have any questions, I'll happily answer those. In a nutshell, I grew up in Naples, Florida. That's on the southwest Gulf Coast of Florida. Went to junior high and high school there, did all the theater productions in school. And then I went off to the University of Mississippi, Ole Miss, with all the intentions of going into law school. Ole Miss has a very fine law program. In fact, the author, John Grisham, went to Ole Miss as a graduate from the Ole Miss Law School, so that's why all his books revolve around small southern town lawyers. So I was there during my first semester at school and did a little soul searching and realized I would rather play a lawyer than be a lawyer. So I changed my major from political science and pre-law to theater. Did all the theater productions there, and the TV shows and whatnot that they offered at the university. And then went home on my first holiday and realized, this is interesting. I'm going to go back to school for another 3 or 4 years. I'll get a slip of paper that says I know how to act, and then I'll either have to move to New York or Los Angeles, where no one's going to care if I have a degree in acting. So in all of my accumulated worldly wisdom, the day after I turned 20 years old, I loaded everything I had into a Volkswagen Beetle, drove 2,500 miles cross country to Los Angeles without any idea whatsoever about how to go about the process of becoming an actor. So I did what every starving actor did. I had a series of odd jobs. I dug ditches, worked construction, moved pianos, whatever you have to do just to pay the rent. And then about a year into this grand experiment, I was very lucky. I got hired to be a tour guide at Universal Studios. And if you've ever been there, that's where we would drive the tourist around the back lot of the big trams and show them where the TV shows and movies had been made over the years. And about 6 months into that opportunity, the head of the entertainment department approached me and asked if I would be interested in being the show announcer for the old Western stunt show. This was a cowboy show where they run around and shoot each other off the roofs and stuff. So here I am, I'm now 21 years old. I'm hanging out backstage at the biggest and busiest movie studio in the world with all of these grizzled Hollywood veterans. And looking back now, I realize they were 27 years old, but they had so much more going on from so much more experience than I did. So as is often the case with stunts in particular, because stunts is such a small insular community within the Hollywood industry, is that someone will almost literally just throw their arm around your shoulder and say, "Come on, kid, let me show you the ropes." So what would happen in between the shows there at the studio, we would go out in the empty arena and they would show me how to throw punches and how to receive punches and how to crack the bullwhip and then eventually how to do high falls. So what I thought was just hanging out and goofing around with these guys and having a good time, unbeknownst to me, they actually were training me in to perform the show along with them because they liked me and I was, the right type and good personality. So next thing I know, I'm actually performing the show now 4 times a day, 2,000 people a show. And then as these guys went off and pursued their film and TV career and became stunt coordinators, they pulled me up in their wake. So then they started hiring me for film and TV shows. And then when I became a stunt coordinator, I was able to reach down to the next generation of performers and bring them up and give them the job. So with stunts, it's very much pay forward and pay backwards. You take care of the people that took care of you, and then you make sure that you're bringing up the next group of people. With acting, the way that you get the job is still pretty much the way it's always been, is that you have an agent. Your agent will submit to the casting agent an 8x10 headshot, stapled on the back is your acting resume, and then they'll call you up maybe on a Tuesday and say, hey, on Friday you've got an interview down at NBC for Will and Grace. So you drive down there, you walk into this huge cavernous room about this size, and you're looking at 400 other people that are sitting there waiting to read for the same part you are. If you're lucky, if you have whatever spark it is they are looking for that day, you might get a call back. So you go back down to NBC maybe a day or 2 later, and you walk into the room, and now they've narrowed it down from 400 people to about 270 people. And then you get a second call back, and they've narrowed it down to 93 people, and so on until hopefully you get the job. But with stunts, it's a lot different. As I mentioned, it's a very small part of the industry. It's very much who you know. You don't audition for stunts. The stunt coordinator is going to call you because he knows your working abilities, your ethics, your physical prowess, and he knows that he or she can depend on you. In the case that maybe a stunt coordinator is looking for a specific type of person to either double another actor or to do some dialogue and whatnot, he might refer to one of his friends and say, look, I'm looking for a 6'1" bald guy to play a biker. And then maybe one of my buddies would say, hey, have you worked with John Grantham? He might call me up and say, hey, Cindy, you're real. So what I thought I'd do lastly is just give you an example of what a stunt reel would look like, and this would give you an idea of the type, so a stunt coordinator looking at it would go like, oh, okay, I see, you've got these moves, and this is kind of what you look like. So if you've got the stunt reel queued up, you can go ahead and run that, and I'll just talk over this and kind of set the stage because there's no dialogue on it. First thing you're going to see was from a TV series called Cousin Skeeter. It's a kid's show. I play a burglar that breaks into a toy store. The stunt is very easy. They roll real marbles onto the floor. I just have to run, slide, and fall on marbles. Any of you in this room could have done that stunt. Now that is a real plate glass window. That is not candy glass or breakaway glass. For the TV series Sequest, I doubled Peter DeLuise. Now, the name sounds familiar. You may remember his father, Dom DeLuise, the comedic actor. This episode was a lot of fun. Peter's character discovered his evil clone. So every fight sequence you see here had to be shot at least twice. Once I was playing Peter's bad character, and then we would turn the camera around and I would play his good character. A little schizophrenic. This is Double Dragon. Truly one of the worst movies ever made. But it's notable because the makeup that you see on my hands and my head there and everything, that took 5 hours every morning to get into makeup. My call time was 3 a.m. in order to be ready to shoot at 8. Here I'm doubling Arnold Vosloo in an episode of Charm. Back to Sequest, the great thing about this series, it was produced by Steven Spielberg, so it had a very big budget for a TV show. So we're always crashing things and blowing things up. I'm driving the Hummer here. And if we have any fans of Days of Our Lives, if you go back to the Jack and Jennifer wedding, that was this episode. It was actually, I'm very proud of this, it was a 2-part episode, and we won the Daytime Emmy for this particular episode. Wow. So. And I'm driving the truck here in a little high-speed chase. 2 things you never want to do as a stunt performer. You never want to claim you did a stunt if you did not do it. and you never want to say you can do a stunt if you're incapable of doing it. So we're going to roll this thing in just a second. Now, I did put a disclaimer because I didn't roll it, but it looked really good, so I just wanted to finish off the wheel with that. We brought in a guy that specializes in rolling vehicles. And the last scene, this was from a Right Guard commercial of all things. If you look carefully, you might see a little cable coming out of my back. That's called a jerk back rig or a jerk back cable. And that's the type of thing you would use, let's say if you're riding on a motorcycle and you're coming down the road and you're gonna run somebody down and they have a big 2x4, they take a swing at you, it makes it look like they've knocked you off the bike. Well, what we do is we wear a harness underneath our wardrobe and we run a cable all the way back and we do it to an anchor point and we measure it out, so right where the person's gonna swing the 2x4, so as soon as you get here, you stop. The bike keeps going, they swing the 2x4, and it looks like that jerk back action makes it look like they've actually hit you. So anyway, that's my stunt reel, folks. So over here I've got Green and Alice, they have microphones, so if you have any questions whatsoever, I'm more than happy to answer those for you this afternoon.
So it's a bit rougher today. The swell's about 3 meters, 3 or 4 meters, but it's coming at an angle, so it's not affecting the ship too much, which is great. And I can actually see 4 birds out there. They're sort of like keeping pace with the boat. But they're a bit small, you probably can't see them. And so this is day 4. This is our 4th sea day after leaving the French Polynesia, heading almost northwest up to Hawaiian Islands. So we've got one more day to go, and then we reach Hawaii. Well, they call this the Pacifica Theatre.
Yes.
Pacifica Theatre. About to watch a show. Coming
Last
out,
production.
the last show of the cruise,
Yeah.
and it's all their team, dancers and all that sort of stuff. I think.
Is it?
This is I think it's the professional dancers and singers and stuff that are on board. Yeah. So we've picked the high box seats for this one. So I'll just give you a glance around the theatre, and we're up here looking down on everybody, and so we're going to look down on the stage.
It's showtime! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Pacifica Theatre for tonight's production showtime. And now, please welcome to the stage, from Belarus, on piano, Alika. And from Canada, on vocals, Lucas. This is Center Stage.
On board, I'm the captain, so climb aboard. We'll search for tomorrow on every shore, and I'll try, oh Lord, I'll try. It don't mean nothing if they that way. Do I, 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 do I? Keep me on the stick and swing on. Da 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 do I? Keep that bell ringing. Da 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 da. 3 to make you move your feet. The grand piano, it simply carries me away. I love the fun way she plays the side way. I love to watch her fingers on the keys, the ivories and when she loves the melody, not only the taste from my way. She's so delighted when she's invited. We get some long and genius play. From Belarus, Alika and Elena, together they form the Kava duo.
And introducing our singers, Shannon and Kayla. Amanda and Lucas. One more time for our running singers and dancers in center stage. We will